Would you like to turn $100 into $10,000? Do you want a seat at the table when it comes to early seed investing in new, high potential projects that can make you rich? Then I've got just the project for you. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy RNG Crypto here today with my second video. I make videos for you to provide you with information on crypto projects, crypto processes, and crypto news. Today's project, we're talking about Convergence. Before I get started, I do have to make a disclaimer. I have to make sure that all of you out there are very much aware that I am in fact not a financial advisor. I make content for you to educate you, to entertain you, and that's the only reason. Please do not make investment decisions without first doing your own research, making sure that you are completely comfortable and ready to take accountability for your own investments. With that said and out of the way, Convergence, guys. What is Convergence? Well, the website says it's a decentralized interchangeable asset protocol. Converge the world. Let me break it down, right? Convergent is an online crypto platform which allows you to invest in securities, essentially, right? So stocks, uh, you'll have options to invest into publicly traded companies like Amazon, Apple, Google, and so on, right? You can invest in property, which is a security. You can own fractions or entire uh, properties of real estate. For example, you could invest in a resort or a piece of a resort if they were to fractionalize this and offer it as a security on a protocol like Convergence. Um, you can invest in NFIs. NFIs are non-fungible items. So basically a fraction of like the Mona Lisa, for example. Or you could even own an entire piece of art. Anything that's non-fungible where there's a very limited amount, um, that's going to be an offering by them. Pre-IDOs, guys, pre-IDOs. So you're investing in the seed stages before, when all these private investors are getting in before the IDO is even brought to a launchpad or something of that sort. And you have access to this via staking, and it's actually live now. They've already been two pre-IDOs that have launched, and they're in profit. Um, there are also pre-IPOs, so initial public offerings. Essentially, you can invest in or be a part of an IPO before it even gets public, right? So you can invest in an Amazon before it was even public. You could invest in an Apple before it goes public. So you have that as an option as well. Wrapped securities are also going to be part of this protocol. By wrapped securities, basically now you're taking these assets, you're taking your stocks or your property or your NFIs, and you're wrapping them just like you would wrap Bitcoin, and you can now collateralize it, right? So I could wrap my Apple stock, collateralize it, and now borrow up against it, right? So you could go and take that to something like a compound or an Aave, and you could provide your collateral, your wrapped Lamborghini, if you will, and borrow against it. That's something that you can do. So with wrapped securities, it will give you ability to do lending, borrowing, and other yield generation as well. They're going to have stakings more than likely. They're going to have the ability to provide liquidity and get a yield on that as well. So that's another use case that they're going to be bringing. Decentralized exchange. Guys, this thing can act like the Uniswap does in Ethereum. It can be the pancake of Binance Smart Chain, right? Well, it won't be the pancake of Binance Smart Chain, but it will act as a pancake swap does for Binance. Radium on Solana, for example. Actually, they're actually talking to Moonbeam and Avalanche. Uh, we don't know the details yet. There hasn't been any official announcements, but there's a good chance that Convergence is going to be the decentralized exchange of Moonbeam or Avalanche or both. Who knows? And both Moonbeam and Avalanche are layer ones that are currently, pretty much in their early phases, but already they've been around a couple of years. At least Avalanche has. Moonbeam's relatively new, but there are more and more projects building on top of them, and those projects they're gonna need a DEX to start, some of that liquidity, getting that liquidity moving. And Convergence, I would say they're gonna be top five in line to try and get in on that. So there's another use case for you. And guys, this is what they're doing, right? All these things that I've been explaining, might sound like that's something that's already around, but it really isn't. This is they have limited competition, right? Not many projects are out there doing what Convergence is doing. There are a couple of projects out there offering synthetics. However, their tech is not the same. It's not the same tech. So this project really does differentiate itself from the rest, right? And that's what you're looking for, right? Differentiation. You want something that's unique, that's different, that sets itself apart from everything else that's already saturated in the market, right? So that's why you want to invest in something like Convergent, an early stage microcap project at its beginning stages, right? The IDO for Convergence is like, I think it was half a cent, right? And let's take a look here. I have this up already. Let me hit the refresh real quick. Half a cent, right? Today we're sitting at 2.49 cents, right? That's what is that, like a 4 or 5x of the IDO price? You can't get any any earlier than that. We're at the very beginning stages. If you watch my other video, I was talking about AdaPad doing 180x. 180. This is 4 to 5x. There's a lot of room left to grow here. To go here, I'm sorry. Right? 27 million market cap. And again, guys, low market cap, obviously the risk is going to be higher, but let me tell you one thing. These guys have VC giants backing them, right? So that's one of the things I want to look at when I look at low market cap projects. Who's investing in them? Guys, Alameda Research, the guys behind FTX, Hashed, Kinetic, right? And all of these other, well, these are more, there's a lot of payday VCs in here, but those three, Kinetic, Alameda Research, Hash, these are big VCs. These guys don't just put their money in any project. They vest their stuff out. They make sure that whatever they're investing in has a good use case, differentiates itself, great team, and a lot of room to grow in the future. So that gives me peace of mind as an investor, knowing that my money is in a good place, that I'm probably not gonna get wrecked, and I might be rich in the future, right? So I want to close this out with just kind of the expectations here, right? Because every project that I'm going to touch on, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not, guys. Investing is for the long term. You should always have the mentality of going in for the long term, right? So this for me is a medium to long term investment. Yeah, at the top of the bull run, I might take some profits, but I'm going to stick in this thing until 2025. That's my plan. Doesn't have to be your plan. That's my plan. I expect this to be at a much, much, much higher price in 2025. I expect this to go 100x by the end of this bull run even, right? If not there, then at least very close. So, before you guys go, oh, you said this and you said that and it's gonna go there. Well, guys, it's crypto, okay? Things aren't always going to play out in whatever time frames we're looking for. I'm saying at the end of the bull run, that doesn't mean the end of the year. The bull run could go into the beginning of 2022, which it probably actually will, right? So during this run, layer ones are going to move first, right? Your Solana, your Ethereum, Cardano, uh, Avalanche, all the big infrastructure projects are going to move first. The ones that have exposure to multiple niches like NFTs, DeFi, GameFi, and so on. They're going to go first. Then next are going to be the large caps, the guys that are, multi-billion dollar companies, probably your top 100 companies. They're going to move next. They're going to follow next. And then at the end, that's when all the small caps are going to start moving. That's when you're going to start seeing Convergence hit some of its old all-time highs and probably surpass them, right? If you look at this, its old all-time high was 25 cents, guys. We're at roughly 2.5 cents. That's a 10x from its all-time high, and it's probably going to pass that. Okay, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And I'm not just looking at the money, I'm not just looking at the numbers, I'm looking at the use case. I'm looking at what this project is working or striving towards providing to the crypto industry, right? So that's what excites me about the project. That's why I want to bring it to you guys, and I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the content. I know it's only been 2 videos so far, but I'm gonna keep knocking these guys out. And if you did like it, please hit the like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. I'm out, guys.